Well, ever since James Gunn announced most of his cast and characters for the upcoming Superman movie, one character that surprised everybody was Metamorpho. Now, they picked up Anthony Carrigan to play the role, but fans noticed he was not in any of the set pictures from earlier this year, and this has driven a lot of questions. Let's take a couple minutes to talk about what James Gunn had to say about Metamorpho, how it seems like they're bringing him to life, and where we think this character fits into Superman. Now, I wasn't the only one who was sort of surprised that Metamorpho was one of several DC Comics heroes that'll be joining the Man of Steel in the new Superman reboot. But Anthony Carrigan is the only actor who wasn't spotted on set when the movie was shooting earlier this year, leading to a lot of questions. Now, this has understandably led to some speculation that the character would be brought to life via CGI, and more than likely in motion capture. But now James Gunn has kind of chimed in about how Carrigan is going to come to life, and it's caught me a little off guard. In a recent exchange over on Threads, he was just flat out asked if Metamorpho was CGI or practical, and at least for his costume, Gunn replied practical. Now, since Carrigan wasn't on set, it makes me wonder where he's going to kind of fit into this story and how much impact he's going to have. But it is interesting his costume will be a practical costume, suggesting not only will the costume be very colorful, but Carrigan is going to undertake quite a bit of a transformation. Now, this doesn't mean the whole Metamorpho character will be practical in creation. If you know the character, you know he's pretty fantastical, and it's pretty obvious to everyone that some visual effects will have to be utilized to bring his rather unique powers to life. In case you didn't know, Rex Mason has the ability to transmute his body into a crazy variety of elemental compounds and form them at will, making him one of the most unique characters in the DC universe. This allows him to, amongst many things, bounce, elongate, stretch, reform himself like rubber or plastic, turn himself into a large sheet, and many other things. The character was part of the Justice League cartoon and recently celebrated his anniversary in DC Comics, where he made his first appearance in Brave and the Bold number 57 way back in 1964. Now, we do know he's joining some other heroes like Isabel Merced as Hawkgirl, Nathan Fillion as the Green Lantern, and Edie Gathie as Mr. Terrific, and many people seem to think they will be part of a Maxwell Lord-sponsored Justice League International team, and I suspect Rex Mason was not part of some of those scenes we saw earlier this year for a reason, and I am wondering if he's going to be relegated kinda to the guy in the chair role that Spider-Man made so popular. Now, obviously, at this point, we're going to have to wait till next July to get all the details, but I do think we might be getting a trailer for Superman very soon. It's rumored it could show up at CCXP, but if I'm a betting man, I think it actually does make its first appearance at the Super Bowl. The big advertising night in the United States is the best place to get this film in front of as many people as possible, so we might have a little bit of a wait until February, but that's just right around the corner. What do you guys think? How do you feel about Metamorpho being a practical costume? And were you surprised when James Gunn announced Anthony Carrigan playing this role? Tell me what you think in the comments below. Now, before you take off, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button, ring that bell for all the updates, and make sure you get every notification because we do daily Marvel and DC content and we don't want you to miss any news.